and when I speak, this is speaking on behalf of myself as a mom, not, Weston Wood Ranch's take on the situation.
Right.
But, you hear oftentimes people say, well, autism is a gift, it's a gift. And, so there's that school of thought, but in my mind, like, do young mothers, like when they're pregnant, they like, oh, well, I hope my baby has autism. Is what I mean? Like, do you really hope that, the child that you're about to give birth to struggles socially, may not have communication? That part's hard for me because autism's so much more.
But two things can be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, both can be true.
Yeah.
It can be a gift because you learn so much about yourself and the depths of compassion you have and all of these other things. Mm-hmm. But it can also be very hard.
But it can be very hard. And if somebody asked me, well, like, would you change? I mean, if you could take that away from Weston, like, would you? Because a lot of, people, especially on the, the other end of the spectrum will say, well, that's what makes them quirky or unique. But, I see it with Weston, like, I don't think he's defined by autism. I almost view it in a way a disease process because it has inflicted a lot of pain in his life. Like, it's hard for him every day. So would I take that? I love Weston and I love who he is, but I don't think that he's defined by his autism. So if I took the autism away, he's still Weston.
Yeah.
And I still love him.
So
I just don't love the pain that he has to go through.
What's a good day for Weston?
A good day for Weston. So a good day for Weston is if he has slept at least 4 hours the night before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So So sleep is really hard.
That would be a bad day.
So he just sleeps like 4 hours and he's up 8 and 4. He takes naps, I guess.
Yeah. So, a 4 hour stretch of sleep for him is a win. And then, if we can do his favorite things in a very predictable. I feel like I'm living that movie with his.
Oh, Groundhog Day. Yes,
because we do.
Bill Murray.
We do. We have such a controlled schedule, y'all, and sometimes it makes me just.
Oh, I bet.
But if Weston, especially, like if he can go to Weston Wood Ranch every day. He loves it. Mm-hmm. He loves it. The days that Weston Wood Ranch is closed are his worst days, and he cries. Weston is a lover of church.
Oh, really?
And I laugh and tell my pastor.
Does he do hand raising? Is he into hand raising?
Oh, he
I love it.
Hallelujah.
I always feel like you're either like the hand raising. You got the two handers. You got the one handers. You got the kind of here. Then you got like the baby carriers, right? And then you got the folks that don't do anything. I'm the not anything. Like occasionally I might do a little.
No, he's like full speed ahead.
That's awesome.
And I laugh and tell my pastor that we're never going to miss a Sunday. I'll like be on my deathbed with like the flu, and Weston like at 3 a.m. is standing over me with like mismatched clothes and like just looking at me going,
It's church day.
So good.
And so we're like, come on, like we're getting ready, but we keep him on that
Where
predictable.
Does he sit in a church? Because it feels like you've got a lot of auditory, like. I feel like you have to go to like Episcopal or something, right? I mean, it's got to be like pretty vanilla.
So he actually,
we're at fog machines and lights.
Yeah, we're at a small church, and so they still let him join in the children's theater.
So cool.
So there's a lot of music on the stage, and they have accommodated him by providing like beanbag chairs.
Oh my word, that's so awesome.
So like really made that inclusive for him because for so many years. Like, we could not take him out of our house without him melting down.
Right.
And when I say, like, people take that for granted, like, we couldn't go to the grocery store, a restaurant. We could not go to church as a family. Like, you forget all those things, but, like, we don't now. Like...
You know them. When you get them, they stand out.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say that, back to your point that autism, it's hard, but it has changed our family. It has changed my life lens. Like over the years and through these 15 years, I've had to, pick up those pieces that I talked about, and the things that are important to me now are completely different.
Man,
I don't even recognize it's almost like I have lived two lives.
I agree.
And it feels...
Is it pre-Weston, post-Weston, right?
Pre-Weston and post-Weston.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that.
Well,
and we wouldn't have that.
I think it's important to recognize, again, that's why I always say two things can be true. They can be very hard, but it can be very grateful because it stretches your faith and it does all these things. I mean, I interviewed a really good friend of ours and he was on the show and he lost his son in a car accident at 12. And, and he fast forward, his son would have been like, in his 30s. And, but we, as Christians, though, we have all these like, onward Christian soldier, whatever. And everything works out for the good of those that love Jesus Christ. He's like, well, yeah, but that was bad. Like what happened to me was bad. Now, because of it, good things can happen.
Yeah.
And he has seen people come to Christ and he shares his faith and he understands the depth of grace and he understands the depths of grief that people go through. And he's been able to minister in a way to folks that without that experience, he never would have.
Yeah.
You haven't lost Weston, but you lost that maybe that normalcy.
Yeah.
Is that probably? Dude, I mean, like what we consider normal.
Yeah.
And so you lost that.
You lose that.
And there is did you have a grief moment of that?
Yes. So, I mean, I grieved, and I'm not comparing this to a physical loss of a child.
Right, of course.
But, we all have those dreams for our children and that normal cessation, like they'll go make friends, they'll T-ball and all the, you go through that whole life and then you're handed this and it's like you grieve that entire life that you perceived was going to take place for your child. And then you are trying to, they're going to have a beautiful life, but it's going to look completely different. And, I'm thinking about the time, like right now on your social media, you've probably seen, like now's the time that all the kids are getting their school awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting the awards
and
that's fantastic. And they're playing T-ball and they're getting trophies.
That's right.
But as a parent to a child with significant needs, like we kind of sit on the sideline and we have to see those things. But our children's successes as a child with a disability it's not defined by a paper award, a letter grade, a trophy. Yeah. It's those little bitty things. Like you said, like if Weston has a good day and he doesn't like hurt himself,
very you said it's very drawn out. Very, very regimented.
Yeah. And he did not utter a single word until he was 7.
Really?
And the very first word that he ever said was mama. And that moment, I would treasure that so much. And I still, to this day, like Weston's 15, he doesn't have functional language, meaning he can say a word, command a word for like juice or things, like one thing that he wants. But like, I do long for, I feel like I want to know like his emotions, like what makes him sad, like when he's sad or when he's hurt, like he can't tell me those things.
So you're not,
so he just screams.
That inside.
Right. So like he could have
mind.
Yeah. And it's like, I know Weston, but like I long or I yearn to really know him.